Our topic is force exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate or van when jet strikes tangentially at one of the tip. So this is the diagram. This is the blade, this is the nozzle. This triangle is inlet velocity triangle. This triangle is outlet velocity triangle. Okay, let's discuss about inlet velocity triangle. So this is the blade, this is the nozzle. From nozzle, a high velocity of jet of water is coming and strike at the tip B, and that velocity is the V1, and it has two components. Horizontal component is VW1 and vertical component is VF1. VW1 is the velocity of wheel at inlet, VF1 is the velocity of flow at inlet. The angle made between V1 and VW1 is alpha, that is called guide blade angle at inlet. Next is the another component, that is U1. U1 is the velocity of van at inlet. So in the direction of motion of the van, there are two components at inlet, that is U1 and VW1. So we have to calculate the relative velocity of jet with respect to velocity of van at inlet in the direction of motion of the van. So what will be that? That will be the VW1 minus U1. Okay. If we find out the resultant of these two components, that is VF1 and VW1 minus U1, will be VR1, and the angle made between VR1 and VW1 minus U1 will be theta, and that is known as van angle at inlet. In the velocity triangle, VW1 minus U1 is the most important, as this will be used for the derivation, because this is the actual velocity of water jet strike the blade direction of the motion of the van. Next is the velocity triangle at outlet. So this is the velocity triangle at inlet, and then one by one we will discuss velocity triangle at outlet. So from the nozzle, a high velocity of jet of water is coming and glide over this curved surface and leaves at velocity V2, or you can say that high velocity of jet of water at velocity V1 is strike at tip B and flow through this curved surface and leaves at tip E at velocity V2, and that component is EF. Like V1, V2 is also two component. One is VF2, another one is VW2. VF2 is the velocity of flow at outlet, VW2 is the velocity of wheel at outlet, and the angle made between V2 and VW2 is beta. Next is the U2. U2 is the velocity of van at outlet. As direction of these two components are opposite to each other, hence the component will be U2 plus VW2 in the opposite direction of the motion of the van. Okay, this direction is opposite to the motion of the van direction. So if we calculate resultant of these two components, VF2 and VW2 plus U2, then that will be VR2. Relative velocity of jet at outlet. The angle between VR2 and U2, or the angle between VW2 plus U2 and VR2 is phi. Phi is known as van angle at outlet. Okay. If the van surface is smooth, loss of energy due to friction is also zero, then VR1 is equal to VR2. If the blade is moving linearly, that means this blade is moving in same speed and same direction, like this. So u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u. Okay, we have already discussed the different terms of velocity triangle at inlet and velocity triangle at outlet. So from these two triangle, the u2 plus vw2 component and vw1 minus u1 component is very important, as these two components are used for the derivation or calculation of force exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate. Okay, so this component, that is u2 plus vw2, this component, and vw1 minus u1, this component. The direction are opposite to each other. Okay, these two components are used for derivation of force exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate. Okay, so how this component is formed and how this component is formed, that can be understood by relative velocity theory. So what is relative velocity? This is the velocity of an object relative to some other object which might be stationary, moving slowly, moving with same velocity, moving with higher velocity, or moving in opposite direction. That means velocity of an object is observed by another object, and the observer may be moving or stationary. Okay, let's understand through examples. Suppose two body or two object A and B. Suppose A is bike, B is car. A is moving in this direction and B is also moving in this direction. A is moving 40 km per hour. B is moving 100 km per hour. So relative velocity of A with respect to B is equal to VAB is equal to VA minus BB. So this is vector quantity, so we have to mention the direction. After calculation, we will know in which direction the relative velocity of A when observing by this body. Okay, so in this case VA is 40 and VB is 100, so what will be the value? Minus 60, so it is negative term, so VAB will be in opposite direction. Okay, if we change the position of A and B, then suppose here is the B and here is the A, then we have to find out the relative velocity of B with respect to A. Then VBA is equal to VB minus BA. So VB is 100 minus 40 is equal to 60. So VBA direction will be like this, in forward direction. But in this case VAB is in backward direction. In the first example, suppose this is the example 1 and this is example 2. In the first example, the velocity of A is observed by B, that the velocity of A is 60 km per hour in backward direction. That means this object A is going away from the object B. In the example 2, both are in the same direction, but velocity of B is more than velocity of A. So VBA is equal to V minus VA. Here the value is positive 60. So direction will be in this direction. If there will be the negative value, then that will be in opposite direction. Okay. So in this case, the velocity of B is observed by A, that the B is or car is moving towards A with 60 km/h. So these two examples are for same direction. Let's know if the direction of A and B are opposite to each other, then what will be the relative velocity of A with respect to B, or what will be the relative velocity of B with respect to A. The relative velocity, how to find out relative velocity if two bodies are moving in opposite direction. Suppose in example 3, there are two objects A and B. Suppose A is bike and B is car. Both are moving in opposite direction. That means A is moving in this direction and B is moving in this direction. That means A is moving in this direction at 40 km/h and B is moving in this direction at 100 km/h. Okay, then we have to find out the relative velocity of A with respect to B. So VAB is equal to VA minus VB. Okay, when we calculate the difference between velocity of A and velocity of B, then the direction of both the objects should be in same direction. Okay, so as we are calculating the velocity of A with respect to B, so we will not change the direction of A. Okay, minus we will change the direction of the velocity of B, and after mentioning this minus symbol or negative symbol, this will be like this. So that will be the VA plus VB. So direction of A with respect to B will be like this. Okay, suppose we shift the position of A and B in example 4. Here is the B, here is the A. B is moving with velocity 100 km/h and A is moving in opposite direction like this, 40 km/h. Okay, so in this case, velocity of B with respect to A is equal to VB minus VA. This direction will not change, and this direction will be changed. Okay, so VB minus VA is equal to VB plus VA. So in the example 3, VA plus VB is equal to 140. In this case also 140. For calculating velocity of A with respect to B, then this velocity or this value will be in the direction of motion of the A, and in this case the value will be in the direction of the motion of the B. So by comparing the example 1, 2, 3, 4, we can easily know the VW1 minus U1 component and U2 plus VW2 component. Let's start the derivation. Here we have to find out the force exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate. Okay, so for this we have to apply the Newton's second law of motion. What is Newton's second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force that is applied here. Okay, here the velocity of jet V1 strike at tip B That means here two component VW1 and VF1. So VW1 will try to move this blade in this direction. Okay, here we have to find out that how much force is applied to move this blade in this direction. Okay, and to find out the force exerted by a jet of water, we have to apply Newton's second law of motion. What is Newton's second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force. That means force is equal to m1 v1 minus m2 v2 by time. m1 v1 is the initial momentum, m2 v2 is the final momentum. Okay, if initial mass and final mass are same, then we can write m into v1 minus v2 by time. If m1 is equal to m2. Okay, so here in this case m by t is the rho a v r1, where rho is the density of water jet, a is the cross sectional area of jet, Vr1 already you know, relative velocity of jet with respect to velocity of van. Okay, in place of v1 we can write this component vw1 minus u1, as this is the relative velocity of jet in the direction of motion of the van with respect to velocity of van at inlet. Okay, and in the place of v2 we can write that u2 plus vw2. Okay, or you can write vw2 plus u2. Okay, so this is the direction of v2 and this is the direction of v1. If we put this component in this equation and this value is put rho a v r1 in place of m by t, then we can write that f is equal to rho a v r1 vw1 minus u1 minus vw2 plus u2. Okay, this is the direction of vw1 minus u1 and this is the direction of vw2 plus u2. So when we subtract two vector, then we must change the direction and both components are kept in same direction. So rho a v1 into vw1 minus u1 minus vw2 plus u2. Okay. okay, is equal to rho a Vr1 Vw1 minus u1 minus plus Vw2 plus u2, okay, is equal to rho a Vr1 into Vw1 plus Vw2. As we know that u is equal to u1 is equal to u2 as blade is moving linearly. So this is the formula of force that is exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate when jet strikes tangentially at one of the tip. We have already found that Fx is equal to, where here I have written Fx because the force is applied on the van in the direction of x, that means in horizontal. So we have found that Fx is equal to rho a Vr1 into Vw1 plus Vw2. This is applicable only when beta is less than 90 degree. If beta is greater than 90 degree, then Fx is equal to rho a Vr1 into Vw1 minus Vw2. If beta is equal to 90 degree, then Fx is equal to rho a Vr1 into Vw1. In that case, Vw2 is equal to 0. Okay, so here we have found force exerted by a jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate. In different cases, the formula will be like this. Okay, so next we have to find out work done per second on van by jet of water. So what will be that? Is equal to Fx into u. As we know that work done is equal to force into displacement. So the blade is displaced, the work done per second on van by jet of water is equal to Fx into u, because blade is displaced with u velocity. So that will be rho a Vr1 into Vw1 plus minus Vw2 into u, because in general Fx is equal to rho a Vr1 into Vw1 plus minus Vw2. As per the beta value, the value will be changed, the plus minus symbol will be changed. Okay, next work done per second per unit weight of water striking per second is equal to rho A VR1 VW1 rho A VR1 into VW1 plus minus VW2 into U divided by rho A VR1 into G. So we have derived that Fx is equal to rho A VR1 into VW1 plus minus VW2. Next is watt done per second on van by jet of water per unit weight of water striking per second is equal to rho A VR1 into VW1 plus minus VW2 into U divided by rho A VR1 into G. So rho A and VR1 will be cancelled, so is equal to 1 by J VW1 plus minus VW2 into U. This is the final formula for watt ton per second on van by jet of water per unit weight of water striking per second. Next is watt ton per second on van by jet of water per unit mass of water striking per second is equal to rho A VR1 VW1 plus minus VW2 into U divided by rho A VR1. Here only mass is taken, so acceleration due to gravity is not required, is equal to VW1 plus minus VW2 into U. Next is the efficiency of jet is equal to output by input. So what is output? Watt ton per second on the van divided by what is input? Input is the kinetic energy of jet. So watt ton per second on the van is the rho A VR1 into VW1 plus minus VW2 into U divided by half m v square. In place of m we have to write rho A V1 into V1 square, so is equal to 2 into VR1 into VW1 plus minus VW2 into U divided by V1 cube. Okay, this is the complete derivation of force exerted by a jet of water, watt done per second on the fan, per unit weight of water striking per second, watt done per second on the van, kinetic energy of jet, efficiency of jet. These are the complete derivation we have derived. Okay, thank you.